Hey, what's up, guys and girls? It's Oraclebot here, and if you watch the How to Synth Part 1, which is 3x OSC, how to use 3x OSC, and the How to Synth Part 2 was just post-processing effects you can use for synths and whatever, you know that this is the 3x OSC free pack where I made uh, this song with just 3x OSC and post-processing and then a few drum samples. There's all 10 drum samples, and well, actually, is 9 drum samples. One of them's a vocal shot that uses a carrier for the vocoder. There's 9 drum synths. 2 of them make up one clap, so it sounds like there's 8 in total, but there's actually 9. 9 synths make up the chords and ambience and arps. There's 3 lead synths, 1 vocoder carrier, and 6 bass synths, and that makes a total of 33 3x OSC sounds. And without further ado, this is what I created: trance house, future bass, and acid house. And without further ado, here's the beat. All right, now that you heard the FLP, if you want to save these 3x OSC presets and use them yourself in your own productions or whatever, there's actually a way to go about this, because it's a little different than a regular synth, because like Harm or Citrus, you could just save the preset. For 3x OSC, if you want, say, let's say you want the 808 preset, you go to the 808 and you go here, instead of doing save preset as, you do save channel state as, because that 3x OSC is different than other synths. And you go there, it'll take you to this 3x OSC preset folder. But I created my own in here so I can keep my stuff separate. You can just call this 808.1 or something, and then you save that. But now that you have the channel state, you don't actually have the rest of the sound. To get the rest of the sound of the 808, you got to go to the mixer, and you see on 808 that's in track 9. It also tells you on the left of the channel state right there. So you go to the mixer, you go to channel 9, and once you have channel 9 highlighted and you see all these effects, you can actually save this effects rack. And by doing that, you go to the drop down arrow here, and you go to File, and you go to Save Mixer Track State As. And again, you have this folder here, but I created my own folder within that folder, and I'll call it, I'll just save it over this one, the 3X OSC 8081. And I save it. And if I ever want to load up this 3X OSC preset, when you back in FL Studio, you have all these options here. You go to Channel Presets, you go to 3X OSC, and you would see it in here. But if you created a folder like I did, you click on one more folder. I drop the 808 in here. I have the 808. I saved all the channel states, and I route it into a mixer track just by hitting the track button. It took me to 28. I go to File, open mixer track state, and I open up the mixer track state, and I got my 808. So that's how you go about saving presets from here. What I created this pack for, though, is to show you what you can do now from what you learned in the 2 videos that I showed you of just basic waveforms, using how to use 3X OSC, and then all the post-processing effects you can do. And then I gave you this free pack to use so you can look at all the sounds I made, and then you can go and just look in each sound and be like, okay, that's how that sound's made. That's what that does. These are the oscillators I use. And then you can go into the post-processing and see what I did to the sound. And if you're wondering why everything's color-coded, all the red sounds are drums and effects. And in the master track list here, I made a red section dedicated to drums and effects. So you can easily see that's all drums. The yellow synths are leads. And as you can see, the leads are here in the yellow. All the orange are chords and ambience and like ARPs and all that kind of stuff. And the green are basses. And down at the very bottom, I have the vocals, which is just the vocoder and the carrier. And then I have the master automations. These are separate by themselves because I have a thing on the master. I have a high pass, and I have a gross beat sidechain mix level with a gross beat, and I just automated the mix level. And for the drum bus, I automated a low pass, and that's what those master channel effects are. All right, and now that you know what the master automations are doing, as you can see, I have other automation clips going on. I placed every single automation clip under the sound that's there. So you can see I have pluck saw bass, and I have an automation clip there. If you go in the mixer track of the pluck saw bass, I can see I have a love filter, and I'm just automating the filter. And just for your convenience, so you know what all the automation clips are doing, I just placed the automation clip under the sound. And like here, it says fast arpeggiator time envelope. I'll solo this so you can hear it. I just automated the speed of the arpeggiators and the ARP. So I engaged it in miscellaneous function tab, and I automated this time knob here. And there's sidechain happening, that's why it's pumping. And that's what the automation clip does, it just automates the time, so it makes the ARP go fast. But yeah, I just put the automation clips of everything under it so you can take a look. And yeah, you can save the presets, or you can just look at them to see how the sound's created if you don't want to use presets, or you can do both. And yeah, I hope you enjoy this pack. There's a download description. It's going to take you through a download gate to get the FLP, where you just have to follow my SoundCloud and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just so I get support for giving out this free pack. And because I spent 15 hours making this pack, almost 16. But yeah, so I hope you enjoy this pack. And if you never saw the How to Synth series, I'd recommend go checking it out. I started with 3X OSC basic waveforms. And then in my next video, was post-processing effects, and then this free pack was made to show off what you can do when you learn those 2 videos. And the next video is going to be on Harmless, so stay tuned for that if you're interested in learning. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy this free pack, and I've never made future bass before because I never listened to the genre, so I don't know if I nailed future bass, but I tried to make it. But yeah. Also, check out the FL Studio Beginners group on Facebook. It's a great community full of friendly people just sharing ideas and tricks to help people on their producer journey. It's a great place for if you're just learning how to use FL Studio, and we got friendly people on there teaching people little tips and tricks and how to just use FL Studio and share each other's work experiences as we go on our production journey. But yeah, thank you for watching. Leave a like if you like this. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you all later.